Welcome to Cinema Express, Nani Ishata. Today we are in conversation with a lovely couple, Haripriya and Vasista Simha, who recently got married.
Later, when I got to know the importance of certain scenes, I was a little skeptical whether should I be doing this project or not. Without him, I would have said no for sure.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ
ಇದೇ ಜೂನ್ 2ಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರದ ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ
ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾದಂಥ ಸಿನಿಮಾ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಿ ಹರಿಸಿ ಹಾರೈಸಿ. ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ
ವಿಷಾದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ವಿನಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ.
Welcome to Cinema Express, Nani Ishata. Today we are in conversation with a lovely couple, Haripriya and Vasista Simha, who recently got married. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Married life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming to your film journey, to begin with, Yadha Yadhahi. How did this title, which is derived from the Bhagavad Gita, relate to the story, and what drew both of you to do this project?
Do this project, initially it's my love's interest. So she liked the project and she wanted to do it, and hence, when we used to keep on discussing tad bit about our work, and when she was keen on this, she suggested me to do this, and the director happened to approach me likewise, and how can I say no to her?
For me, as always, the script and the character, which made me sign this. But later, when I got to know the importance of certain scenes, I was a little skeptical whether should I be doing this project or not. Without him, I would have said no for sure. So I should really thank him for being a part of this project. Because there are certain scenes where it demands little intimacy between two people.
I'll come to that.
Okay, you come.
And thing is that it's a very potent character. When an artist like her or an artist of that caliber is wanting to do a script because of the character and the intent or content in it, then anybody around her or me or whomsoever the artist is, I think people around them should be supportive enough to pull it off. Reason being, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can pull it off with that ease. So, and when she liked it and the importance of it, I knew, I knew as well. It was a very conscious call. Yes, we'll do this. Then later, eventually, I don't believe in remakes or straight cut remakes. So if we are,
That was my next question.
yeah, and if we are doing it like an adaptation or enhanced version of it, we have to have our thing into it. It has to blend into our nativity firstly, and the second most important thing is the character and the treatment. So I got on to work onto the script as well. So since it's a very familiar team to me, the director Ashok Teja is director of my Telugu recent hit, Udala Railway Station. So we share a very good rapport. He's like a brother to me, and he was the director. I had that ample space and freedom to work on the script. Contribute something to the script from the script stage as well. So yeah, then my now wife, then lover.
No, especially when a time now with movies getting dubbed and released. Remakes concept still in?
Not typical remake, a lift off wouldn't work. So unless and until, generally how it happens is, if you take the script of a movie, whatever the means and modes, be it Google Transfer or some translator, you just copy it. And if you can just watch the movie and read the script, there is a lot of difference. We don't know what are the portions that got chopped off. We don't know why did they trim certain aspects. We never know like why did they, dwell on some particular sequence. We don't know that insight. So when you start working on the script is when you will realize the vitality of writing it, rewriting it, capitalizing on good stuffs, letting go of bad stuffs, and if at all some tinkering late work is required, you have
Also
to do.
adopting to our language and culture, what suits and what
Our artists,
what
especially.
doesn't suit.
So with that, I started off later, and the concept is such that time and again, every character is going through something, undergoing some crisis or some opposition, some threat or some enforcements. So this time and again is the thing that struck me, and that is how it is Yadha Yadhahi. Yadha Yadhahi dharmasya. Yava Gyavaga, time and again. So Yadha Yadhahi is the apt title, is what I felt, and I shared it to her.
He suggested the title. That is the interesting part. We had many working titles since the beginning. Until we finished the project, we didn't zero on any title. And later, when he came up with this title, we all were thrilled. For me, the main reference was Ugram title. Ugram, and with the title track, that made a huge noise. So I thought this will work, and this is working too.
And see, for that fact, the title itself says how we have worked on it.
Yeah.
It's neither invisible guest, Kannada, Agantuka, athva Atithi. It's neither Badla,
Yeah.
Jiddu, Sedu, no. It's not ever Yaru, no. This is Yadha Yadhahi.
But this supposed to be Badla itself is supposed to be inspired by Hollywood flick.
Invisible Guest is a Spanish movie. So, like every maker has used the script and delivered their own take on the subject. So this is one such attempt, and it's a tried and tested subject. We trust it.
I was under the impression that, this is where you both fell in love.
Not just you.
You both fell in love.
Most of them thought so. But as we said, this is the movie I did because of her insistence. Because, the love commands, like, I want to do this. It'll be better if you could take part in it. And like, you don't want to? Then go on.
Yeah, we had a lot of discussions. Initially, he was busy and he was like, no, I don't want to be a part of the remake. So we had a lot of discussions, arguments in fact, and he said no initially. And later, he was also involved with the script. And that's where the script developed even more and it became even more better.
Ask any lover boy, he'll do anything for his girl. And taking part in a movie, like, what big deal, come on.
Yeah.
And the best part about this movie is, for us, with respect to us, is we barely could spend time with each other otherwise. So on the sets, we had ample of time together.
Yeah.
We could work and we could talk, we could be there for each other on the sets.
Know each other better.
No,
We
not know each other.
Since 2016.
Yeah.
We were very good friends. So that friendship, it got molded into...
See, knowing a person as a friend is different. Knowing a person as a lover is different. Now knowing him as a husband is entirely different. That is there.
entirely different. Yes, rightly
And
said.
knowing him on sets as a colleague, that is again different because I am particular on certain things. He's particular on certain things. But we are both a very professional. Nobody got to know on sets. That is one example we can say.
How did you manage to keep that secret for a longest time?
To sum it up simply, all I can say is we're actors.
But still, I felt this was a difficult part than acting in the movie.
It was indeed. Because see, you're both are professional actors and we have to behave on sets. You cannot act like a lover on sets, like lovey-dovey.
And we are not in teenager. Come on, we have seen live.
Grown-ups, we have seen live. Both are 40 plus movies old.
40 plus movies old, not
Yeah, he mentioned.
making it a little louder.
Because even that will be misunderstood.
No, knowing Haripriya, she came into the industry when she was 16.
Yeah.
And hence it was like, it was a task. We enjoyed it. We used to, have a lot of fun ragging people on this. Reason being, we were giving, even though we try and give some hints, maybe they'll identify. No,
They
they're
do not
so,
know.
So, they believed us as colleagues. Oh, yeah, wow, amazing.
Nobody could guess.
And it was very consciously, taken care.
Nicely managed.
Now, director, he recalls certain events. Oh, for this reason he came on sets the other day. Oh, for this reason he got the laundry for you on the sets. All this, lot of events.
I would go on the sets randomly to see her. Like, I wasn't shooting. Even when she and herself and Digant was shooting, I had literally nothing to do on sets. Just using the card like Ashok, Vastunna. My brother, I'm coming.
Could you explain the rules in the film, especially the negative traits we see in the trailer? Would you want to reveal?
Character. The beauty of the subject is such that, is that every character is real. And in the movie, when you watch it, you will realize it. Every small character has something to say, something to play. They just don't come and, just vanish.
Without a reason, no character enters. No.
Every character is impactful somewhere or the other on the script, on the subject. And likewise, the lead characters, all the three lead characters have that negative tinge. There is that, at times you'll tend to feel empathetic towards the characters. At times you'll want to avenge them. So that's such a nice blend of human emotions.
Yeah.
And that is what is beautifully depicted in the movie. That we had it was joyous to work on these characters for all of us.
To further discuss about how was it working with Vasista, Digant in the movie?
We three never had combination scenes. It was all different. Scenes with him were different. Scenes with Digant were different. It was nice. Even with Digant, I had to act in a couple of movies which I couldn't so far. This is the first combination movie again. So nice. It was really nice working with him. To see him as a cop, it's new. We never dreamt of seeing him in a uniform as a cop, right? We have seen him in a lover boy, chocolate boy, doodh peda. In those roles, we can only think of those roles when we think of Digant. But in this, he has performed well. And all of us look really great in the movie. Now, all thanks to our DOP, Yogi sir. Very good lighting and very good framing. All technically, our movie is too good. Yeah.
Very sound.
Yeah.
Digant has it's like so not him. Generally, we know Digant as she said. But this character is has got that Digant tinge too. That cunningness, that wittiness, that sarcasm, that humor. It's gotten blended so well into the movie. It's dashing.
Could you give us, how did you go about handling this intimate scene and knowing that you were already in love?
It's like there are hundreds of people on set say, come on, you cannot romance in front of everybody. That's a different league. And every movie, every bold or intimate sequence or in those kind of situations, you're an actor, that's it. You'll do what the scene is demanding of you, and you will do what the director seeks of you. And being a lover, just a little added advantage is that you don't feel, uncomfortable or kind of, you don't have to be so very conscious. Okay, chalta, good touch, bad touch.
So I could tell him that, okay, if you hold me here, I can move this hand, I'm comfortable. Okay, not here, not there. Maybe if I discuss this with other artists, we don't know. I've worked with many actors, they're all sweet, yes, but I've never done such intimate scenes with anybody. So I don't know how they would take, right? The touch and the feel. I can say I was very comfortable. Yeah, I could pull it off well because he was there. But while acting for the scenes, we forgot that we are lovers or we are in love and all that. In a shot where I had to scratch him, I literally scratched him.
There was a scene demanded
just
on his back. I think the chart is there in the trailer.
Not it just passes by, so probably it'll.
It's not just the intimacy. We cannot be giving bloopers about the movie, but the scene is not just an intimate sequence. It is a vital part of the movie. So that is the reason she wanted me to be there, like doing this role.
Also, like, today we have seen not much in Sandalwood, but a lot of Bollywood couples continue to be part of films together, working together. So, what is your aspirations, and how do you want to continue in the industry to working together?
I want her to pursue her career, but yeah, not like before, but where her talent matters, where her potential or skill matters, I want her to don such roles, and she has to continue.
We would want to, if the script demands, if the script is too good, we cannot just say yes to every project that
Not
comes across.
because it's a
No.
combination,
No.
but the vitality of the script is what matters to us.
Yeah.
The importance of us being there, donning those roles.
We did get a lot of projects even before.
Before, we had like 4 or 5 projects offered to us. Then somehow, just
What happens is one will have the prominence, the other doesn't have. So, but we are looking for a project where we both are equally casted and the prominence we has, it is equal in the movie.
But what kind of stories if you both want to work together, what kind of stories would you like to do?
And now there are very good writers and directors who come up with unique scripts, unique roles, and they are writing different characters. So I'm waiting for such roles. I mean, enough, yeah. After 40, 47 movies, doing same romantic movies, same kind of roles, no, bored of it. Every day it should excite me or excite us to wake up and to go to the sets and to be that character. That should excite us. That kind of a role, together or even alone, only if I get such roles, I'll be performing.
It's like, give me an offer that I cannot reject.
Yes, yeah, well said.
But for a heroine, it's always challenging, no? After marriage, the kind of roles filmmakers approach.
If you look at the Bollywood industry or even Tamil industry, Nayanthara is doing fantastic job, and in Samantha in Telugu, she's acting in Bollywood as well. So I think the times has changed now. OTT platforms need a lot of content-oriented movies or even the series. So I'm okay to be a part of series or movies, but it has to demand me with a meaty role.
Do you both have a healthy working relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best part is like we are very good critics of each other. And at times we fight over it too.
Yeah, that is being healthy.
For being critical. And the friendship started because of the mutual adoration or admiration towards work.
Towards work, yeah.
Yeah, and since the bonding itself, has evolved in this fashion, we are very much comfortable talking of work. And even when I'm shooting for other movies, she comes on the set, she will be there, irrespective of what kind of sequence it is. She has her say.
She observes.
She
knows the scenes, which scene comes after.
Yeah. She knows in and out of my
We
movies.
both know.
So what has been the discussion at the dining table today, Rick?
No, we don't bring work to home.
Bring
No.
home. Yeah, we don't bring work home. Like, at times when it matters or when it's required, we do talk about work. Otherwise, we just, chill and take time for ourselves. We post-wedding though, we barely got time for ourselves. So I've been shooting constantly outdoors. So majorly in Telangana, Andhra. So we mostly missed each other's presence. And she happened to come on my sets.
Even he surprised me once when I was shooting for my pending project. He did surprise me once.
So that's been the way.
It's nice.
But whenever it's needed, it's just, a look away. Like, this is the thing. What do you suggest? What do you think? And she questions me. She asks me. It's mutual.
Yeah. Basically, Vasista is a versatile actor. Okay, which is if you want to pick a favorite of his role or a movie?
The one which I fell in love with initially. I like all his movies because he gives his best in all his movies. So the one which I complimented him first, that is Godi Banna Sagarana.
That was our first meet.
In 2016, we met first and I went up to him and I spoke to him. I complimented him for this movie. So this will be my favorite always.
Okay. Of course, Haripriya has done a lot of movies.
She's a versatile artist.
She's true. She's always. And started with at a young age.
Yeah. Engaged.
Yeah.
And with respect to cinema, she's such a senior person to me.
Yeah, I am.
Like what? 2006.
2006
started.
and 2007. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2007, I joined degree.
I was a student when I was a heroine.
No, but the thing is, she also like she didn't go about like making like signing as many movies as that. She also opted to go with good subjects.
Most movies are like character oriented or performance driven roles she's done,
Yeah.
and that is why I adore her so much as an actress. Generally, heroines are typecasted to be shoulder candidates,
Yeah.
and I am no fan of that. Even in my movies, the movies that I'm doing or will do in future, I will not have women typecasted as shoulder candidates. That's an oath taken. So I adore her so much because for the same reason. She's always taken up most difficult or challenging roles and pulled it off with so much ease and delivered her best.
What's your favorite?
Like I like her. Most of her movies I like, and the one that got me into liking her too much was Ricky. Ricky, that double shade that she carried, and like it's nobody else's business. The names of the character, Padma.
No. Sita Radha.
Sita Radha.
Naxalite was Sita.
Was Naxalite, and Radha was a innocent, homely girl next door types.
Yeah.
And the way she's performed, she's like eaten on everybody else's, presence.
She should get many more roles like that.
A talent should never go off waste. It can never be wasted. So that's the reason I ask her to, pursue acting.
Okay. Also, everyone, today he has a fan following double for his voice, and as a singer, that's the way win hearts. Like, so how about you both see which is your best favorite song or first time you asked him to sing and you feel one of the favorite song to hear from his voice like?
All the songs almost he keeps singing every day.
When people don't ask me to sing is when I sing more.
Even
I
before
keep
I could
singing.
ask, he sang for me.
Which was the first song he sang?
Kannada song. Old song.
Come on, sing.
ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಹಿತವಾಗಿ ಸೇರಿ ನಡೆವ ಸೇರಿ ನುಡಿವ ನನ್ನ ಬದುಕಲ್ಲಿ ನೀ ಎಂದು ಬೆಳಕಾಗಿರು ನನ್ನ ಉಸಿರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀ ಎಂದು ಉಸಿರಾಗಿರು ನಿನ್ನ ಬಿಡಲಾರೆ ನಾ ಎಂದಿಗೂ.
If he's angry a bit, it will show us 100 times more. Yeah. Because of his voice.
This is considered to be a gift. It's a gift with package.
Yes. That's what. See, I am lucky.
When I'm angry, if I talk a little, stern, like seriously, it
That
sounds
one-
as if I'm
Yeah.
shouting, screaming.
100
I don't.
times
I won't
more
be
it
doing.
sounds.
How do you handle that time?
Initially, yeah. I used to be like, why is he acting like this? Just for this. Then I understood, okay, that's his voice. That's not what or how he is feeling. Yeah. I am lucky. Yes, of course, I'm lucky to get tall, handsome. Godi banna sadharana alla.
Equally lucky to have Vasista. See, you cannot not with everything you can compliment a person. In our case, mostly she compliments me. Mostly I compliment her. Even if we're fighting, we compliment each other so well that we give leads for each other. Neen hingandya tago. Oh, neen idake hinganbitya tago. It goes on. It builds on.
We fight well.
They fight well. We compliment each other.
Complete package and
Complete.
but you have also made your singing debut with this movie, no? Yadha Yadhahi.
Yeah, Yadha Yadhahi. Yes. Not a solo singing with him.
So So you've also started learning from him, no?
Yeah, he's been teaching me a few songs. Now I'm learning one.
ಭಾವಗೀತೆಗಳು.
Bhavagita.
Recently we she's learning to sing ಇದು ರತ್ನನ್ ಪದ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳ ರಾತ್ರಿಲಿ.
And I'm teaching him dance. He's teaching me how to sing. Yeah.
That's
With
the
lyrics.
agreement.
Yeah.
That's the agreement we made years back. See, I can train you to sing, but on only condition that you should be training me with respect to dance.
What type of dancing are you teaching me? Freestyle.
Freestyle.
Freestyle
dance.
for me.
Mainly, I would like to watch anybody dancing with a nice body language. Doesn't matter what form that is. They should have a nice body language with nice hand-leg movements. They should be more confident. So for that, freestyle helps. He was a very good dancer back then. Later,
I used to dance.
he didn't continue dancing.
I stopped it for some reason.
Yeah.
And my characters didn't require me to dance.
Yeah. So
So
he
I
has
never
that.
even, try to take a look that side.
He has a good body language, but he has to work on it. There's no time to work on it. If he gives a little time, yeah, then
Whenever we have time, she'll be the teacher. No.
How about her singing skills? Like what
She
you
has a very good voice, she has a very good voice, like it's sweet. So, and she also has kind of, good voice range. And Sapta Swara antivalla, it comes out naturally. Just that it's not cultured. So, the culturing it will definitely, she can do.
Vasista, you started with a negative role, and there are some characters which people fell in love with, especially Godi Banna undu. Tagarulu one character.
Initially, it started with Raja Huli. Raja Huli fetched Godi Banna fetched Tagaru. So it's like
linked.
They're all
Then
linked.
slowly that every actor want to take that transition. Like you got into playing lead roles.
The idea, like shades, I barely think about negative shade, positive shade. Even if whenever, the scripts that I'm working on right now as lead, if at all, if there is a scope, if there is a space, I tend to bring in that negative tinge to it. But human being is a mixture of all the notions and emotions, right? Like that positive tinge will, positive and negative blended together makes the character real.
Yeah.
So that's my belief. So I was particular about shades. Initially, after Raja Huli, I was like, it was a decision, my decision to choose only negative roles. I was offered a couple of movies as lead on the very same day of Raja Huli's release. I almost okayed them too, but eventually, I realized that I have to go a long way. I'm very new and fresh to this entire fraternity. I need to know more about cinema. I need to work on multiple projects, and for few years, let me stick to this. People have liked me in this role, so let me work around this shade initially for few years, for few movies. Later, anybody and everybody gets to experiment. That was a decision made, and I stuck to it for years. And post 2017, I started experimenting. I've done a lot of experiments with respect to my characters and my body language. I love to do new things. Typecasting is something that I cannot stand. Even with singing, I don't sing similar kind of songs. I choose the songs which are different, and if I'm offered a song which is similar to the one I've sung already, I will straight cut rejection. I cannot redo things.
We get so many calls for his singing, for his voiceovers, but no. We both are very choosy. Like, it has to be different, it has to be unique. We don't like to repeat things.
It has to throw you some challenge. Either you should learn from it, or you should, be able to, put out what you've learned.
See, it is more interesting when it's challenging than doing the same routine thing. When something challenges you, you want to give your best.
In a big star cast, Vasista, he comes and goes. Is it okay with you when you are given and knowing your potential?
I'm never okay with that. At times it has happened so, like, shot was something else and what we
Yeah.
could see on screen was something else, or maybe the scope or magnification of the character was reduced whatsoever, and I'm okay with that. It's their call. End of the day, it's their project and they know what they want. If you ask me whether I chose so, no, I didn't choose them so. They were not tiny when I chose. Yeah, it's part and parcel of life. You get to face a lot of things. So these are the challenges that will make you.
Yeah, I
know.
am so disappointed with that part because when we know his potential, and I knew, right? I knew, like, I will know already that what he's part of or what he's acting for.
What have I signed for?
Yeah, those movies and the scenes, I would know what he's shooting for every day. But post-release, when I see the movies, when those scenes are chopped off, I used to get hurt and I used to feel so bad. Knowing his potential, casting him for that particular role and chopping those roles, no, I used to, that used to irritate me, annoy me.
But yeah, everything happens for a reason, and let's consider all the reasons as good and learning. That will make you strong eventually, that's it.
But for
And
us,
no cribbing or no regrets.
Yeah.
I did my best with whatever I was offered, whatever the shot I gave. To retain it or not, it's their call. Tomorrow, if I am directing somebody, I narrate them something and I'm forced to maybe, alter it for some reason.
no, what
maybe.
I feel is maybe that artist should know
Yeah,
what he'll be seeing himself on screen, because we convinced that artist, right?
It's a kinder way of approach, what you're talking about. And,
Yeah, because we convinced the artist by telling the story, by narrating the story and the scenes. That's when the artist got convinced and signed the project and was part of the project. And after shooting for it, if they just chop it according to their will and wish, why did they even narrate the script to the artist?
ತಪ್ಪು ಒಪ್ಪು ಪಾಪ ಆಸೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸೋ ಶಾಪ ನೀನಾಡು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಸರ್ಪ ಬಿಡದೆ ಅಳಿವುದು ದರ್ಪ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ ವಿನಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ವಿಷಾದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಯದಾ ಯದಾಹಿ
ಇದೇ ಜೂನ್ 2ಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರದ ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಸೊ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿ ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ತೆರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾದಂಥ ಸಿನಿಮಾ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಿ ಹರಿಸಿ ಹಾರೈಸಿ.